Hello and welcome to Naval Action. This is VMAQ2DeadX. There are 609 people online, 103 battles. It's May 7th, about 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. And there was a patch today. Captains, the following changes were applied today, May 7th. NPC traders have increased deliveries of lignum vitae logs and stone blocks across the Caribbean. And that's the only thing on the patch notes. So that's wonderful news. Those particular items still, we're having a lot of stacking of buy orders, but they would eventually clear out during the low hours of the game. You know, when the player base drops off, the store would eventually catch up to the orders. But they've gone ahead and they've increased the deliveries, so I imagine that they'll clear orders out faster, which is really super duper wonderful. Thank you, devs. Okay, sailing in the middle of a storm right now, and I want to answer a question from a viewer. Blankatanka 1927, shout out. Question: how do you get so much ammo and powder? I'm struggling just to arm my boats. Okay, if you are going to go to the store and buy the ammo, powder, ball, chain, rig repairs, hull repairs, medicine, any of that stuff from a store, you are either going to be buying it at the store price or a player produced price, which means you're going to be paying more than it costs to make it yourself. This is what I'm saying, is that you need to craft your own ammo and repairs. And the easiest way to do that is just start down the crafting tree. You know, buy your first building, which is the workshop, and then you're going to craft the first item in that building, which is charcoal, and that's just going to start the process. And as you reach each level, I mean, you'll get to cannonballs by level 8, and you'll get to gunpowder at level 9. Chain and grape are levels 10 and 11. And after that, the rig repairs, the hull repairs, the medicine, all that comes. By level 16, you will have all your basic needs covered by crafting recipes. And by then, you'll know where to buy all the resources. And it's just a matter of making the runs and buying the resources and bringing it back and then crafting it to whatever you need. Now, you're not going to need to make gunpowder and cannonballs every day because you can produce those in large batches and it will last you a long time. Now, I will warn you on gunpowder manufacturers that you have to pay a large amount of reals when you make gunpowder. So make sure that you have a decent amount of reals in your bank before you craft any gunpowder. Everything else doesn't require huge amounts of reals, but I think it's 105 reals for each batch of gunpowder. And so if you're going to craft 50,000 gunpowder, it's going to cost you a chunk of money. So that's a warning. Make sure you have some reals banked, and you can always get reals by what? Running cargoes. Or you can sell resources. You know, you pick it up at the resource port, you bring it back to Nassau, and you can mark it up and sell it and make a profit. You can double your money or more. So that's what I recommend. Craft your own. You can craft it in big batches. That's what I did. And I don't have to worry about ammo, gunpowder, nothing for a while. The only thing I might have to make are some more rig repairs soon or some more hull repairs. And that's not an issue. It's just a matter of having the resources or going and picking them up, and I can do it. So that is what you need to do. It makes life a lot easier in this game if you make your own gunpowder, and ammunition, balls, chain, rig repairs, hull repairs. Make that yourself. You are paying way more than what it costs to make those items in the store. I'm telling you. How about that? Some big ships getting supplied here. They bring them here to the edge of the shallow area, and then I guess they run the supplies out to them with this ship here. These are all British ships, so they're probably outfitting them with guns and powder and stuff. And that's a funny thing is that people are able to do this in the game. It's a smart move. Okay, here I am still sailing around dragging cargo places, and I got another question I want to answer. It's from Rusty Walker. Shout out. What's the difference between requesting to tow a ship you sent to port and having ships in your fleet? Okay, well, I'm currently having a ship in my fleet. I have a Trader Snow in my fleet. And the way you add this, and I'll demonstrate this when I get back to port, is, having a fleet ship, it goes where you go. It can be armed. It can have cannons and gunpowder and ball if you want it to have that so it can help you fight battles. Or it can be totally unarmed and I use it to haul cargo. That's what my fleet ship does. It makes it so I can double up my load pretty much of cargo. That's basically what I use fleet ships for. Some people have fleet ships where they'll have a fighting ship in their fleet to help them fight enemies. So a fleet ship goes where you go out in the open world. When you tow a ship, it's teetotally different, and when I get into port, I'll explain that. All right, here we are back in port, and we're talking about fleet ships and tow ships. So here's my fleet ship. Now, if I right-click this, a tow request, what this is if you have multiple ports, I only have the one, I have Nassau right now, but eventually I'll have another one and then maybe 2 or 3 more. But if you want to move a ship from Nassau, which is where I'm at now, to another one of your ports, that's what you use a tow request for. I have 4 tow permits, so I can, like in this game day, I can do 4 tows. I can send 4 ships to another port, or 4 ships to 4 different ports, whatever. But that's the difference. A fleet ship is tied to your ship and goes where you go in the open world. How you have it equipped is up to you. You can have cannons, ammunition, like I said. You can leave it stripped bare if you're just going to haul cargo with it. But a tow ship, if I wanted to tow a ship, I would click tow request. And it says, you do not have any available ports for towing a ship. And that's okay. If I did have another port, it would ask me which one of the ports I want to send it to. And then it would tell you, you know, I believe you can't tow a ship with cannons. It can't have anything in the hold. So no cannons, no gunpowder, nothing in the hold. It's got to be empty. I do not know if that includes mods. I'm going to say it does not include mods because those are permanently installed on the ship, but it will make sure that your hold is empty so you can't have any guns on it or nothing in the hold. That's to prevent people from gaming the system and like stuffing a cargo ship full of things, teleporting it through the tow mission, and then, just kind of using that as an easy way to move cargo around the map. Because people did that in the past. And so they stopped that immediately. So that's what a tow does. A tow request will move the ship you have selected to one of your other ports. Putting a ship in your fleet attaches it to your main ship, and then you'll have to crew it, which I believe is here. See how the two Trader Snows have their full crew amounts? You can adjust that if you want. And it will go with you out in the open world and sail wherever you sail. When you're done having it in your fleet, you just right-click it and you can send to docks. And when that's what it does is it takes it out of your fleet. Now I have just my main ship and no fleet ship, and the Trader Snow is stacked in the docks. When you want to put it in, you can set it as your main or you can send to fleet. And there we go. It's back in my fleet. And that's the difference between a fleet ship and a tow ship. Okay, where am I at in the game right now? I have spent the greater part of my play session today just hauling cargoes and crafting. I was at the start of this day well over 600,000 reals. I'm now down to 382 because I've been buying a lot of product, a lot of resources to craft. I have crafted myself up to level 57. Okay, let's look at all the things that have dropped for me since then. Not too many things here, but I finally got the 18-pound long gun blueprint. So that's what I'm stocking up my resources for, is I'm going to craft a huge batch of these and hopefully jump several spots. When I started the day, I was at level 51, and now I'm at 57. So I'm hoping when I have this 18-pound long craft session that I'll be able to jump another 4 or 5 spots up. But I was at 18-pound mediums when the day started. I have crafted a load of those, and I'm going to have to get those sold or use them, one of the two. I'll either use them on my ships when I build them later, or I'll get them sold. I've got many on sale here at this port, Nassau, medium guns, 18-pound. I got 736 on sale here for 200. Come on down! So there's been no other drops of gun recipes yet. Shipyard is different. I'm not sure if the Santa Cecilia dropped today. I got that when I was at level 51, so that's not a new one. The Indianman is new. I got that at level 55. The Indefatigable, I got that at level 54. The Endymion, I got that at level 56. The Diana, I got that at level 52. So that is a series of pretty damn nice ships that I'll be building and sailing. I've sailed the Indefatigable. It's a good ship. But the Indianman, that prints money right there. Trader ships sell. The Endymion and the Diana are both those, they were kind of a rare ship previously in the game. And you would have to do special events to get the blueprints or the permits to build those. So I'm eager to try these, both of these, as well as the Santa Cecilia. I think I had one of these for a brief period. So there's lots of ships in here that I want to build and sail around in and try out. And when I finally do move out into the world and set up my second level shipyard, then I will be glad to take you along that journey. But I still have several more cargo runs to do this evening and tomorrow. And I need to get all of my stuff in order for that first craft session of the 18-pound longs. So I need a bunch more charcoal. I need oak planks. I'm going to need way more iron ore than this. I need to make a whole pile of ropes and blocks. So currently I'm picking up lignum vitae logs. I'm picking up hemp. I'm picking up oak logs. And I'm going to need to pick up at least this amount or more. So lots of work here to do before I go through the next crafting batch of guns. And those 18-pound longs are going straight to Pittstown for sale. Because longs will move down there. Mediums, not so much. So that's what I'm up to. And this will be pretty much the end of the video. So tomorrow I hope to be able to tell you that I've made it into the 60s as far as craft levels. I hope to jump a good 5 or 6 spots in one shot. I'm going to try that. That's why I need to have like an extra big load of all the supplies to make cannons, because I'm going to make as much as I can 18-pound longs, and then hopefully I can turn that into some big money down in Pittstown and recoup what I have doled out in bags of silver buying all this resources. Now I need to recoup that money. And I got a bunch of contracts for stuff for sale. I got carronades on sale, medium guns, long guns. I got to go pick that contract up. More carronades, more medium guns. And I still have to pick up all of these contracts. Lignum vitae, hemp, oak. Here's another contract for medium guns. So lots of guns for sale. Not a lot of buyers right now. So, like I said, the rest of my evening and the better part of tomorrow is set. Cargo hauling leading up to a big craft event. And when that happens, I'll be sure to record it. So, this is the end of the video for tonight. Thank you for watching.